Welcome, friends, to Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter. We bring you the greatest female voices in the music industry, from the artists, songwriters, and producers, to managers and executives, and all the women who make the music industry what it is today. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, friends, to another episode of Crazy Women Country. I'm Donna, and today my special guest is Miss Kathleen Fee. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Wonderful. And I know we talked before we got on here. You're in New York. It's a little bit chilly yet, this spring weather. But I will say
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I sent you the warm weather from Florida.
We're getting there. It looks nice from the window, but it's still a little bit chilly. But I think, we'll probably dive straight into summer like we usually do up here. Skip the spring and just dive right into summer.
Oh, that's okay. I was joking. It's always summer and we get the occasional spring or one winter day here. So yeah. But I love to start off with the most difficult question.
Oh.
So tell us, who is Kathleen Fee?
Oh, I am okay. Kathleen Fee is a wife, a mother, a daughter, a sister, an entertainer, a friend, an overall pretty positive person who likes really good music and likes to make really good music.
Well, you have some awesome music out there, by the way.
Thank you.
And in fact, I know your upcoming release, which by the time this airs, it will be out the morning after, the night before. Tell me all about the song. What attracted you to it? Why you love it?
I love a good night out. I love being with my friends and having a good night out, even if I know that I'll probably pay the price in the morning. I like to say, I love to charge life, and I feel like this song really is about embracing a great night out, even though the consequences of your actions may hurt in the morning.
Oh, absolutely. And it's such a great song. So I
Thank
can't
you.
wait for everyone to hear it. We'll make sure we have the links in the description. So, so tell us a little bit, how did you get started in music?
Well, music has always been a part of my soul since I can ever remember. I've been in a band with my brothers for a very long time. It's a Celtic rock band. It's called Celtic Cross out of New York City. And so we've been always playing music together since I can ever remember. And the band is, made up of all my best friends. And we just have a great time playing together. My project in Nashville came up to be about like a year and a half ago. I split my time in Nashville, and I happened to be at a party, and a friend of mine said, "You really should come down and do your own album, do your own solo project and figure out who Kathleen 2.0 is without the rest of the band." And he's like, "Do you want to do that? I want to produce you." And I was like, "Yeah, I think I want to do that." It was my friend Alicia Hoffman. And so I got myself really organized with all my songwriting notes, and then I had one day set up with his beautiful wife, Rebecca Lynn Howard, and we just clicked. Like, I had known them, we had been friends, but we kind of just clicked and started writing, and Rebecca was like, "I'm staying in for the whole project." And so I basically moved into their house for a couple of months. And that's how this whole project came to be. So it's just been an exciting journey and so much fun to do.
Oh, that's awesome. And that's the one thing I will say about friends that you have in Nashville. They're like,
Yeah.
come stay over. Here's where my house is
Yeah.
located. Here's the passcode. I'm like, don't give me your passcode. I'm not even in Nashville. Like, just
We don't do that in New York. Much more friendly down in Tennessee.
yes, yes. Even opposed to most of Florida too. I will say that. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so awesome. And it is, like I said, it's an awesome song. I can't wait for this song to come out. And so there's going to be more releases this year. Are you looking to do more releases?
Yes, I released the first one called Glitter Gold a few weeks back, and that's the title of the EP. And then I'll be releasing the morning after the night before on Friday, May 3rd. And then I got to shoot a video, which will be coming out on May 10th, which was so much fun. And then I'll be releasing the third solo track and the rest of the EP in July, I think July 19th. So yeah, it's been so much fun.
Wonderful. We'll have to look for the rest of the EP on July 19th then. Keep us waiting, huh?
They told me you're gonna spread it all out, so
it's
all
the
good.
anticipation. It drives us all. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was perfect. And I will admit, I've always been a big fan of Rebecca Lynn Howard, her writing and stuff as well. So I was excited to see that you collaborated with her on this too. So just as a fangirl myself, you know.
She's just become, she is just one of those people who is so selfless. And I actually think she has the best voice, female voice that I can think of. She's just so talented, and she is as beautiful on the inside as well as she is on the outside.
That's so awesome. Yeah, I absolutely fell in love with her voice back in quite a few years ago when she had released, I think it was, I want to say someone about Pontiacs when that album came out.
Yeah.
But that was that just, yeah.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yes, absolutely. So tell me, who are some of the women that inspired you musically? And obviously, I know we have country in our name, but we're not all about country here. So tell me, you know, from maybe Stevie Nicks to Dolly Parton, tell me some of the women that influenced you.
Talking my girls. I love Stevie Nicks. I love Dolly. I love Kim Ritchie. I love Mary Chapin Carpenter, Sheryl Crow, Sean Colvin. I think those would be my big, like, I love 90s country. So when I went to do this project, that was kind of like, I want to write a cool album like Kim Ritchie would write.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Looking forward to it for sure. So, would you like to do our 13 crazy questions?
Oh, I think so. Sure.
Okay. I promise there's no right or wrong answer. And to my knowledge, no one's ever gotten arrested, and we won't get arrested yet.
All right, let's play.
All right. Tell me, do you have any guilty pleasure music? If so, what is it?
Ooh, guilty pleasure music. I've been listening to George Michael's a lot. I was just watched the documentary, so I've been like binging George Michael's.
I have to check that out. I have not watched the documentary.
Yeah.
Good recommendation too, by the way. Today, your favorite song is?
Ooh, today my favorite song is The Morning After the Night Before. Because I'm doing all the social media for it, so that's all I'm listening to.
Okay, so side question. While we're talking about new releases and stuff, obviously that's the one song that you're constantly listening to, singing, etc., etc. Do you ever feel like, and just in general, do you ever feel like when you're doing that like release, even not just here in with the band and the boys, you know, that you ever feel like, oh my God, like, okay, enough, like I need a break?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah. In your opinion, what's the best concert you've ever attended?
Ooh. Let's see. I'll tell you what, you know what comes to my mind? I saw Bonnie Raitt with, oh gosh, now I'm forgetting his name. Bonnie Raitt. See, it can't be the best one since I can't remember who it was.
Okay, top two then. We'll pick that as two.
Yeah. I love the Eagles. That was one of my favorite concerts as well.
Awesome. Tell our audience music recommendations of an artist, an album, whatever, whoever they need to listen to before they die.
Oh. Gosh. I love like the girls that I said. Like I like Kim Ritchie. I love Mary Chapin Carpenter. So I'm gonna go back to like the girls that are, you know, are my girls that I like listen to on all my playlists.
And they're all great. As soon as you start mentioning some of those, I flash back to the 90s, and I was to Lilith Fair. That's the first thing that came to my thought was Lilith Fair. And I discovered at that time, I was a teenager, so I discovered so many awesome artists, and it was just a great, awesome thing that, Sarah McLachlan did. I'm like,
Yeah.
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 Tell me something on your bucket list.
Skydiving.
Ooh. Any place in
Yeah.
particular or just in general?
Just in general, I just yeah, it's just something that I think I want to do at some point in my life.
That is very exciting. You have to definitely, call me up, Skype, video me, whatever, because that's something I'm like, I always joke about. I don't want to jump out of a perfectly good airplane. I mean, I would love to experience it, but I have this fear factor. I've done parasailing and, but I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think the initial plunge will be scary, but after that I think it'll be like amazing. Floating in the air.
All right. Well, I look forward to hearing back from you when you do that for sure. If we made a movie about your life tomorrow, what actress would you want to play you?
Ooh, I love Nicole Kidman, maybe because she's like has red hair or so I would say Nicole Kidman.
Love it. Do you have a game plan for the zombie apocalypse?
Oh, yeah, I plan to go to Montauk and live off the land and, fish and have a nice garden. And yeah, I would go to Montauk. It's a little quiet out there.
Beautiful. Beautiful. It doesn't sound like the zombies are going there anyway, right? Like,
I don't think so. They'll probably stay in New York City.
like there's so much in the city. No, okay. Ah, tell me something you would never do.
I would never do. Um, hmm. I don't like jalapeno peppers, so I would never eat a jalapeno pepper. Just random.
That's exactly what this is about. I always said to someone the other day, I said, it's like if I was at a bar drinking, I wanted to ask someone some crazy random questions. This is
Yeah.
what I think of. Like,
Yeah, this is good.
like just it's a get to know you.
Random.
Like
Yeah,
I'm sure you get the same music questions over and over. So I'm like, let's
this is
spice it up a
fun.
little, right? But no
Yeah,
jalapenos for you, I promise.
yeah, this is great.
Hypothetically, if I called you and said, Kathleen, I need to hide a dead body. Do you know a good place?
Yes. In the swamps of Jersey, of course. The words of Bruce Springsteen. Hmm.
Oh, you thought about that one, haven't you?
Yeah, maybe once. Yeah.
Oh, tell me, what's the best or worst job you've ever had and why?
Hmm. Well, I used to work in a diner because it's a very Jersey thing to do. I loved that job, but I think the best job that I've ever had is being in my band Celtic Cross. I just think, we were talking before we went live, when you love what you do, it doesn't feel like work. And so I think that is the best job. And I love to entertain people. I like to help people forget about, maybe what they went through during the day and take them somewhere else with a good song or a good story. And so I think that is the best job, being able to put a smile on somebody's face and brighten their day.
Absolutely. I can't agree with you more. That's just doing what
Yeah,
you love and being able to do that, whatever it takes to put a smile on someone's face. Yeah.
absolutely. Jackson Brown. See, I knew it would come to me. It was Bonnie Raitt and Jackson Brown. Took me a second, but that was my favorite concert. I just love both their voices. Anyway.
No, all good. All good. We can always go
Yeah.
back. It's
Yeah.
fine. I'm sure I can come up with more questions too. Crazy
Yeah.
that. Oh, if your life was a reality TV show,
Ooh.
what would you call it?
What would I call it? Let's see. The Suitcase Stories. I think it would be called that because I literally bounce around from New York to Montauk to Nashville, and I never stay in one place. And I typically always have a suitcase packed and ready to go.
It sounds exciting. And as someone who lives on the road for half the year,
Yeah.
it can be tiring.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I commend you for doing it. because it does take effort. And yes,
Yeah.
if you owned a bar or pub or restaurant,
Yeah.
what would you call it?
Oh, what would I call it? That's a tough one. Hmm. Maybe would have to be something that would have an Irish word in it, like, I don't know, the Gallivanters or something like that, which means people that travel. I don't know. I kind of like that name.
That's pretty cool. Definitely
Mhm.
different. Mhm.
Mhm.
I could see you having like a bard's tale for like a music night or something like that. Just
Yeah.
I'm feeling the theme coming up here.
Yes.
Um, if you could be
Yeah.
any person or any position for one day, who or what position would you want to be and why?
Oh boy. What would I want to be?
I joked that I wanted to be Dolly Parton, and I don't really joke. I mean, that would be cool to be her for a day, just to just be Dolly
Yeah.
Parton for the day. Like, just it doesn't even have to be the hair, the makeup, the shows. It just mentally, physically, like, I mean, just who she is as a person, spiritually and stuff. It's just yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to steal your answer, but it's a really good one. And
We can
I
share
have
it.
met I have met Dolly, and she truly, when I met her, I she is really what you imagine she would be like. And she's like, I feel like I know you. And I'm like, well, I know you, Dolly. She's like, well, everybody knows me, Kathleen. I've been around for 100 years. She is just, she is like larger than life and beautiful. And I think she's like, she has such a great way about her, and she's sweet and sincere and iconic. And I think she does so good does so much good for so many people, not just in music, but like in her charities.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think she's one of the most amazing entertainers out there, and she's just a fabulous person.
absolutely. And I love her humor. I just remember I was young. I was a kid the first time I think I heard her say it costs a lot to look this cheap. And I just remember laughing, like, like to me it was funny. Like I was like, okay, that's funny. Like, someone who can make fun of themselves, definitely like,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah, she definitely doesn't take herself too seriously, which she can have a laugh at herself. And she's just still got a voice that like, whew,
mhm,
she can still sing.
absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So that's how I want to be when I grow up. I want to be Dolly Parton for a day or two.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we
Good
all
one.
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so what else is happening right now? Doing some now. I know. Are you doing any individual gigs or just with the band and things like that? Or
I've been really just focused on getting this music out there and, doing the music videos. It's like a full-time job. Um, Singing and doing like writing, that was the easy part. So it's definitely been getting out of my comfort zone, learning a lot about like how to do social media and just things that are like not come naturally or comfortable for me. So I've been just doing that, but I'm looking forward to putting together a release, like an album release party, hopefully in September in Nashville. And then also I'll do one up here in New York. And I'm hoping um I got to perform with some amazing country artists that all played in my band, including Alicia Hoffman and Rebecca Lynn Howard. But it was Chris Autry, Aaron Curry, Justin Weaver, Billy Justino, and Robert Blair. They were all the musicians on my album. And so I'd love to put them all back together if they're not touring with other bands, because a lot of them are, and do a show with them or
that would be
two.
awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I hope that all happens and then comes to fruition. And yeah, look forward to that.
Maybe I'll come down and stay with you in Sarasota.
Absolutely. I should be back here about November-ish. Presuming we don't get any major Cat 5s or anything that come through the area that I have to come back to clean up. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be back in Sarasota area November-ish. So yeah, feel free, come on down. Yeah. We'll find room for you.
Yeah.
As long as you don't mind puppies, as long as you're not allergic, because I have some puppies here. They're all over the place. 7 puppies. So they're
Yeah.
small though.
Right, what kind of puppies?
Chihuahuas.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Tour mixes. But yeah, they're really friendly and fun. A couple of them are like, "Hi, you're my best friend if you have food," and that's it. Yeah, like
That's right.
just I'll follow you anywhere if you have food. Like, yeah, typical dog, right?
Yeah.
No, but you're welcome anytime, and you're welcome
Oh,
back on here anytime as well.
I really appreciate it. I love that you are like focusing and bringing some attention to some female artists, and I'm just really grateful that to have a platform and speak with you today.
It was my pleasure having you on today as well. Like I said, that's one thing that we've tried to do here is to help spotlight women in music in general. And I mean, we've had a couple of people that were more even just bass players or whatever, and it was really cool because it's a total different dynamic as far as obviously we can talk music and singles and things like that. But as we go into that, the chords and progressions and things, I'm like, I feel like I'm talking Chinese here. I think I know what I'm talking about, but I'm not sure. Yeah. So it's always fun to get the different perspectives, and as well as women in the industry may not be actually in music itself, but maybe in the press or PR or wherever they are. It's like it's always good to have that voice and those connections because I think women supporting women is something that we need in general. Like, I mean,
yeah, I couldn't agree more. Yep.
well, it has been a pleasure, Miss Kathleen. And like I said, you're welcome back anytime. And everyone, make sure you go check out the links below. We'll have Kathleen's website, links to music. Go check her out. Go follow her on socials. Go like her socials and comment.
Yeah, Kathleen Fee Music and KathleenFeeMusic.com and Facebook and all that good stuff. Yeah.
All the good channels.
Yes.
Well, thank you all for joining us and have a wonderful day.
Thank you. I'll see you soon.
If you enjoyed today's episode of Crazy Women Country, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to click the subscribe button for new interviews weekly. And thank you, friends, for joining us today on Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter.